Hello students, welcome to chemistry online classes. Chemical kinetics topic is going on. It is chemical kinetics lecture number 3. In previous lecture we have seen that how rate of reaction is written. Okay, chemical kinetics is the branch of chemistry which deals with speed of reaction, rate of reaction. Okay, how to write rate of a reaction we have seen in previous video. Let us revise quickly. By that method, we were writing rate of reaction with respect to reactant, also with respect to product. Okay. So rate of reaction can be written with respect to any of the reactant or any of the product. Okay. Merely looking towards balanced chemical equation. We have seen examples as well. We were just looking towards balanced chemical equation and we were writing rate of reaction with respect to each reactant and with respect to each product. Okay. Then for reactant, always reactant goes on decreasing, so we were putting minus sign. Products goes on increasing, so we were putting plus sign. If we are writing rate of reaction with respect to reactant, minus with respect to product, plus sign. If any stoichiometric coefficient is there, balancing number is there in the chemical equation, then that number we were writing to the denominator. This is how we have seen in first video. Now let us continue the topic. Now in this video we are going to study rate law or rate expression. Students, in chemical kinetics, speed of reaction is determined. What is rate of reaction? Rate of reaction depends upon so many factors. One of the factor is temperature. Rate is directly proportional to temperature. Temperature increases, rate of reaction increases. Second factor, you can think of catalyst. You know that catalyst is the substance which increases rate of reaction, which speed up the reaction. Okay. So catalyst also directly proportional to rate of reaction. Also, rate of reaction depends upon concentration of reactant. If reactants are higher in concentration, then speed will be faster. For example, if a wood is burning of wood, burning means combustion. Burning requires oxygen. Yes. So if wood is burning, now see, wood is burning in presence of air, wood is burning in presence of oxygen. One of the reactant we change. Instead of air, if we will take oxygen, wood will burn faster. Okay. Concentration increases, concentration of any reactant increase, speed of the reaction increases. So rate of reaction depends upon concentration of reactant. Okay. How rate of reaction depends, or dependence of rate of reaction on concentration of reactant is given by rate law. So in rate law we are going to study how rate of reaction depends upon concentration of reactant. Okay. So this is the second way how you can write rate of reaction, by using rate law, or it is also called as rate expression. Student, quickly see the difference. Previously we were writing rate of reaction along with respect to every reactant and product also. But according to rate law, we can write rate of reaction, or according to rate law, rate of reaction is expressed in terms of molar concentration of only reactant, not product. So here we will consider only concentration of reactant, each reactant. Okay. Products are not considered. Secondly, there any stoichiometric coefficient or balancing number we were writing at the denominator. I hope you remember. But according to rate law, that balancing number will go raised to the power, or it becomes the exponent. Okay. So let us see how is this rate law. Okay. So consider any general reaction. First I will tell the method. Compare properly. See students, chemical kinetics lesson first video completely understand. First previous all videos completely understand, then only you can find out the difference. What is different in this? Okay. So let us go for rate law or rate expression. Consider a general equation. I am writing equation. A combines with B, giving C and D. So here reactants are A and B, products are C and D. Let us put balancing number or stoichiometric coefficients. For A, I am writing small a, small b, small c and small d. So capital AB are reactant, capital CD are products, small a, b, c, d are stoichiometric coefficients of reactants and products respectively. Now, for this general equation, how to write rate? See here, according to rate law, rate is directly proportional to molar concentration of reactants only. So which are reactants? A and B. Okay. Whatever balancing numbers are there, stoichiometric coefficients are there, that will go as exponents. So here balancing number is A and B. But I am not writing A and B. Instead of A and B, I will write the exponents X and Y. Because this stoichiometric coefficient can be same as balanced chemical equation or cannot be. Okay. So next steps is students, rate. Now I want to put proportionality constant. K is our proportionality constant. Whatever is written this, by putting proportionality constant K, this is called as, see students, it is our rate law or it is our rate expression. Okay. This rate is equal to proportionality constant K into molar concentration of only reactants raised to some powers which may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficients in the balanced chemical equation. These powers may be AB or may not be. Okay, so we are writing X and Y. These powers depends upon experiment, because rate law is a experimentally determined quantity. Okay, so these powers we can write after performing experiment. Okay, what is K here? Students, I will write K means, as it is constant in the rate law, for this we will write it is a rate constant or velocity constant. Or sometimes it is also called as specific reaction rate. So sometimes K is also called as specific reaction rate. Okay, in CET and NEET, whatever questions will be asked that time, instead of K, will generally call K as rate constant. They will use the word specific reaction rate. Okay. Now student, rate is it become equal to K when, or K becomes equal to rate of reaction when? K will become equal to rate of reaction when this molar concentration, for this I am calling molar concentration because square bracket always indicates molar concentration. When this molar concentration of reactants will be unity, will be 1. When this will become 1, that time K will become equal to rate of reaction. So how can we define K? So here I am writing definition of K. K is rate constant or velocity constant or specific reaction rate. Definition of K. Rate constant K is defined as rate of reaction. It is defined as a rate of reaction when molar concentration of reactants molar concentration of each reactant is unity. Every reactant concentration becomes 1, then K becomes equal to rate of reaction. Okay, definition understood well? Yes. Let us move towards for rate. According to our first method to express rate of reaction, how can we write rate? Rate we can write as minus dr by dt. If you remember, student, for reactants we are putting minus sign and minus dr by dt. This is how rate can be expressed. That is what already we have seen, is equal to, if we write K if like this rate is expressed using differentials, then it is called as differential rate equation. Then it is called as differential rate equation. So rate law, how can we say the definition of rate law, or what is rate law will be asked. See here, what is rate law? Rate law is stated like this. See, this is our rate law. It is an expression. Is it an expression? It is an expression in which rate of reaction is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants and their reactants. Okay, raised to some powers. Raised to some powers which may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficients of reactants in the balanced chemical equation. That powers may be same or may not be same. It depends upon experiment. Previously, in previous video, how to write rate of reaction I have told you. There we were writing directly rate of reaction, merely looking towards balanced chemical equation. Students, try to understand. Merely looking towards balanced chemical equation, we were writing rate of reaction. That was a theoretical concept. But rate is expressed by rate law. This is a totally experimental concept. It is determined experimentally, not at all theoretically, not merely just looking towards balanced chemical equation. Here, to write rate, we must perform the experiment. After experiment, data is collected. Looking towards data, these exponents are written. Okay. So rate law is an experimentally determined quantity. Okay. So after this, we are going to see some experimentally collected data. Experiment will be performed, data will be collected. Looking towards data, you should be able to write rate law expression. Okay. But before that, we'll write what is rate law. So student, what is rate law? Rate law, yes, let us revise. Rate law is the expression in which Rate of a reaction is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants raised to some powers which may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficients of reactants in the balanced chemical equation. Rate law is important, the question will be asked. So here I am writing rate law. It is the expression in which rate of a reaction is given in terms of molar concentration of reactants raised to some powers which may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficients of reactants in the balanced chemical equation. Key rate law will be asked. I hope student you understood how to write the rate law. See here, whenever you have to write rate law, you should write rate is equal to rate constant K and molar concentration of each reactant. Every reactant you should write raised to some powers. That powers we are going to write looking towards experimental data. You have to look towards data and then you should come to the conclusion. For example, see here. I told that sometime may or may not be same as stoichiometric coefficient in the balanced chemical equation. I will write few examples here, student. First example I will write for. NO plus O2 gives NO2. I want to write rate. I cannot write rate. But experiment is performed and by after experiment rate is written. How it is written? See a student. By rate law I am writing rate. Rate is equal to rate constant K and reactant. Who are reactant? NO and O2. K. Now here balancing number is 2 and here balancing number is 1. Same balancing numbers are there. That is written after performing experiment. Okay. May be same, may not be same. In this example it is same, may be same, may not be same. Example I will write. See a student. Chloroform. Chloroform reacts with chlorine. Okay. For this reaction, how rate is written here? Rate is equal to K. Only reactants I am writing. See here now. It is 1, but chlorine is also 1, but it is written half. How this half came? After performing experiment. So you cannot write rate using rate law without performing experiment. It is a experimental quantity. Take one more example. Hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate okay. How rate is written? See a student. Rate. Everything how I am writing rate, see. Rate is equal to rate constant K. Then only reactants. Now, here 1 I have written, but water is 1, it became 0 here. How? By experiment. So you cannot write rate according to rate law merely looking balanced chemical equation. Experiment must be performed looking towards data. After the experiment, then only you can write down rate of a reaction by rate law. Like this, we have seen now how to write rate of reaction by two ways. Our previous method in previous video, whichever was covered, we have seen that rate of a reaction can be written merely looking towards balanced chemical equation. That was a theoretical method. Now this is by rate law, we can write rate of a reaction after performing experiment. Okay, not merely looking towards balanced chemical equation. It is not theoretical, it is experimentally determined quantity. Now let us see some experiment, then their collected data, and looking towards data, how can we write rate law expression? Yes students. So let us see how to write rate law if experiment has been performed and data is given to you. Okay, so see student, two examples I am going to tell you. This reaction is taking place. NO is combining with O2 to form NO2. Okay, for this reaction we have to write rate of a reaction according to rate law. How will you write student? Look here, I will write like this. Rate I will write by small r. You can write spelling RATE also. R is equal to, of course, by rate law, if you have to write rate of a reaction, you must first write rate constant K. R is equal to rate constant K and concentration of reactants only. Now who are reactants there? NO, nitric oxide and oxygen. So I will write molar concentration of reactants only. So NO is one of the reactant. Another reactant is oxygen. Raised to some power which may or may not be same as balanced chemical equation. So I also don't know that powers. That powers only we have to find out from the given data. So let us consider NO raised to X and O2 raised to Y. Now these X and Y values we have to find out. Okay, looking towards the data given. So NO upside I will write, here is X, here is Y, which we want to find out. If we will get the values of X and Y, we can write rate according to rate law. Okay, this information is given to you. Looking towards it, you have to write down the rate law. Now let us move students. When this experiment was performed, that time one thing was done. One of the reactant concentration is kept constant and another's changed. Let us see here. 4 experiments were performed. You can see that experiment numbers I have written 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 experiments were performed. When first 2 experiments were performed, that time oxygen concentration was kept constant. See properly. O2 concentration was kept constant while performing experiment first and second. While performing experiment third and fourth, again oxygen concentration was kept constant. Okay, so let us see using this how can we write rate law expression. Now we are going to concentrate on experiment 1 and experiment 2. So according to rate law, I will write R2 divided by R1. Always second rate upside, lower rate downside. R2 is the rate of second reaction, R1 is the rate of first reaction. Students go on writing here. Whichever rate is equal to K will come, molar concentration of NO, molar concentration of O2, like this you have to write. Substitute the values. R2 is equal to, for second experiment we are calling rate 2. What was concentration of NO? We don't know NO raised to what, we are considering as X. What is oxygen's concentration? 0.30, we'll call it as Y. R1. Concentration of NO 0.30 raised to X. Oxygen 0.30 raised to Y. Understood? I have taken R2 by R1. Rate of second experiment divided by rate of first experiment. During these two experiments, concentration of one of the reactant is kept constant, another has been changed. Okay. So we are comparing rate 2 and rate 1. Then once look towards the values of rate 1 and rate 2. Here are rates written. Rate of first experiment is 0.096. Rate of second experiment is 0.384. What can you observe that? If you will see it properly, what you can see, rate of second experiment is 4 times rate of first experiment. Is it? 96 into 4 gives 384. So rate has become 4 times. Okay, let us substitute here. R2, this is rate 2 for second experiment, is 4 times R1. Getting? So instead of R2 I am writing 4 times R1. K got cancelled. 0.30 raised to Y got cancelled. It was kept constant only. What you will see here? 0.60 and 0.30. 0.30 2s are. So what comes upside? 2 raised to X. Okay. 0.30 raised to X and 0.60 it becomes 2 raised to X. R1 got cancelled. See student properly. Lastly you tell the answer. 4 is equal to 2 raised to X. 2 raised to which power shall I write so that your answer will be 4? And that's why 2 square is equal to 4. So what is value of X student here? X value we can find out as 2. Like this we got answer for X as 2. So I am substituting X value as 2. Understood how student? Let us find out value of Y. X value we have found out, that is exponent of molar concentration of NO. That we found out when oxygen was kept constant. Okay. Same you can do by taking experiment 3rd and 4th values, because here also oxygen is kept constant. You will get the same answer. Okay. Now I want to find out O2 raised to Y. So I will take that experiment in which NO concentration is kept constant. I got X value when oxygen was kept constant. I want oxygen raised to which number? For that NO should be constant. So which experiment shall we compare students here? NO should be constant. So I will take experiment 1 and experiment 3. Is it constant? 0.30, 0.30, or you can also take experiment second and fourth. It is also constant. You can take any. I am taking experiment 1, experiment 3. Because here, I want constant. See here, what shall I write? Here I was writing R2 and R1 because I was comparing experiment first and second. Now I am comparing first and third. So I am writing, see student, try to understand exactly R3 and R1. Okay, third experiment, first experiment I am comparing is equal to rate law means we must multiply by rate constant NO, O2, NO raised to X, O2 raised to Y. Okay, next R3 and R1 rates, look values of R3 and R1 rate, experiment 1 and 3 rates. What can you see? Observe this and tell me. R3 and R1, what can you observe? 96 and 192, it is doubled, is it? So rate becomes 2 times. Here rate was becoming 4 times. Now here it has become twice. So for R3, I can write that R3 is 2 times R1. KK got cancelled. For values I will write now R3, experiment 3C and 1 writing values, 0.30. .60, R1 0.30, 0.30. Okay, yes. What you got student? 2 is equal to, this is totally cancelled, it is constant, 0.30 2 za, so I got 2 raised to y. I got 2 raised to y. Student, 2 raised to which number is equal to 2? So of course y is equal to 1. Okay, so 2 raised to 1 is equal to 2. Like this I got value of y as 1. That I will substitute. So here like this we can write rate law. Rate law you can write only you are having data after performing experiment. Merely looking towards balanced chemical equation, you may not get the correct rate law expression. You cannot write only. Here these values, these exponents are same as coefficients, stoichiometric coefficients of reactants in the balanced chemical equation. But every time these may not be same. Okay, if you have understood this, let us move towards another experiment. Here in this experiment reaction is 2A reacts with B2 to give 2AB. Student, tell me how to write rate. See here I am writing rate is equal to first rate constant K, molar concentration of reactant. Reactant is A and reactant is B2. I don't know their exponents. I am considering them as X and Y. That we have to find out. Now quickly similar way go on telling. For A concentration I am writing X exponent and for B2 I am writing Y. Okay. Now let us find out first X. For that B2 concentration should be kept constant. So which experiment I should consider? Here 3 experiments are performed. B2 concentration is constant here. For experiment second and third it is constant. So I am taking experiment number 2 and experiment number 3. Okay, so what I should write, see a student, R3 by R2 is equal to K. Okay. comparing experiment second and third, look towards rates and tell me what is happening to rate. Second experiment and third experiment rate, it will say that the rates are same only. So I am writing R2 and R3 are same. So instead of R3 I am writing R2 only. Both are same. K got cancelled. Value substitute. For experiment 3, what values were there? A was 1 raised to x. B2 also 1 raised to y. For second experiment, 1. Yes, got cancelled. It is 1 equal to. This is got cancelled and this is 2 raised to x. Student, guess what is x? 2 raised to which number is equal to 1? So you can say that 1 means 2 raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. And therefore, we got x value as 0. X answer is 0. So I will write here x value is 0. A raised to we got 0. Okay. Now we want to find out y value. To find out exponent of B2, that is y, we should keep concentration of A constant. So which experiment I should see? A is constant here. So I will compare experiment 1 and experiment 2. See here. Let us compare the rates for experiment 1 and 2. What can you say about the rates? First rate 1.6, second is 3.2. Second rate is double of first. So second rate is double of first, that you can see here and write. So for R2 I am writing it is 2 times R1. Are you understanding? Second rate is double. So R2 is double of R1 is equal to. K got cancelled. R2, second experiment, see and write the values. First experiment. Okay, see and write the values from the table. R1 got cancelled, you got 2 is equal to. This will get cancelled. 0.50 and upside is 1. It is twice 2 raised to y. 2 raised to which number is equal to 2? Of course 2 is equal to 2 raised to 1. Therefore y is equal to 1. Like this, y answer is 1. Exponent of B2 is 1. Like this, student, looking towards experimental data, you can write down rate law. So the topic rate law is over. I will conclude this topic as rate law is determined experimentally, not merely looking towards balanced chemical equation, not theoretically. Okay, experiment must be performed. The rate law topic is over. In next lecture, we'll see order of reaction. Topic order of reaction. Till that, work hard.